They say faith can move mountains, heal the sick, and even part the seas. But what happens when that faith turns to fear, when the divine becomes the devilish? What do you do when God weeps blood? Blood, oil, tears that defy logic? For centuries, sacred statues around the world have done the impossible. They weep. But when those tears turn crimson, when science stares into the abyss and finds no answers, what are we truly witnessing? Divine miracles or something? Darker? Today we uncover the truth behind the most chilling cases where faith collides with the unexplainable. March 5th, 1995. A small Italian town wakes to a nightmare. Their Virgin Mary statue in the Oratorio di San Niccolò is crying, not once, not twice, but profusely, leaving a bloody trail down her marble cheeks. At first, townsfolk flocked to the site, awestruck and ecstatic. Soon, news spread like wildfire, and soon the church was packed. People came from all over Italy to witness the weeping Madonna. The event was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. But how could an inanimate statue cry? How could she shed tears, let alone blood? The Vatican wasn't going to let such a sensational event go unexplained. So they sent Father Cataldo, a priest and medical doctor, to investigate. He examined the statue and found no discernible wounds. Then came the scientists. Renowned professor of clinical biochemistry, Dr. Luigi Garlaschelli, arrived with 2 assistants and a sophisticated kit to test the liquid. Armed with swabs and vials, they collected samples from the statue, the surrounding environment, and even the air. They tested for minerals, bacteria, chemicals, anything that could mimic blood. But it wasn't easy. Every test came back negative except one. The liquid contained hemoglobin, the protein that carries oxygen in our blood. But how the statue was hollow, made of plaster and paint. There were no tubes, no trickery. The mystery deepened. And then came the final blow. Analysis revealed the blood type. It was B, the same as the local bishop. But how could the bishop's blood be inside a statue? Did he willingly sacrifice his blood? Or worse, did someone harm him and paint his blood onto the statue? But that theory fell apart. The blood was still warm, pulsating with life, yet the statue showed no signs of recent tampering. It was almost as if the Virgin Mary herself was shedding her own blood, defying the laws of nature. Days turned into weeks. The media circus outside the church eventually faded, but the questions remained. Why did the Virgin Mary weep blood? And was it a one-off incident or a prelude to something more sinister? Little did Italy know that similar scenes were about to unfold elsewhere. Italy wasn't alone. In distant Japan, a Buddhist statue in the Honganji temple began oozing black oil from its eyes and mouth. Days before the devastating Kobe earthquake in 1995, this wasn't just a local oddity. This was a sign, a warning. Many saw it as a prediction of the disaster that shook the nation. Some whispered of ancient prophecies. Some sought answers in astrology. Some saw it as the wrath of the gods. They were right to be afraid, but what does it mean? Do these statues really predict calamities? Are they seers, sensing the tremors of the earth before we do, and if so, why? Why do they choose to warn us in such a cryptic way? In Mexico, a different kind of fear gripped the town of Tlatlauquitec. A local crucifix began bleeding too. For 72 hours straight, blood streamed down the figure of Christ on the cross, shocking and horrifying the devout. But soon, the skies grew dark and the earth trembled. A landslide roared down the mountainside, burying the village in a wave of mud and stone. Homes were destroyed, lives were lost. All along the world watched, horrified as the earth claimed its victims. The statue had warned them. They just hadn't understood. These tales, while seemingly disparate, form a chilling pattern. Religious figures, real or supposed, weeping not water, not oil, but blood. Is this a bizarre biological phenomenon? An elaborate hoax? Or something more sinister? And how do they choose their moment? These statues don't seem to weep at random. They choose their moment with terrifying precision. The Italian Virgin Mary wept in the 20th century. The Japanese Buddha spoke in the 20th century. The Mexican Christ cried during the 20th century. They are all separated by time, yet connected by a sinister synchronicity. They seem to appear when humanity teeters on the brink, as if foretelling impending doom. The question is, why? Why do they choose this moment? Are they trying to warn us? Or are they something far more sinister? Are they heralds of hell, trumpets blaring the arrival of the damned? The pattern's undeniable, yet no scientist can explain why or how these objects choose their moments. Theories abound. Some say the tears are a form of condensation, a natural process where water vapor condenses into liquid due to changes in temperature and pressure. But condensation doesn't explain blood with intact DNA, or why it only happens to religious icons. Others point to bacterial pigment, suggesting that certain bacteria produce red pigments that could mimic blood. But again, bacteria don't account for the strange circumstances surrounding these events. Could there be another explanation? Something more sinister? Something that defies the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural? The theories become murkier, the stakes higher. Some speak of demonic possession of idols imbued with malevolent spirits. Some whisper of forbidden rituals, of blood sacrifices gone awry. Some even speak of interdimensional tears, of portals opening and closing, bringing with them the essence of other worlds. But which theory is true? Penny, what are we truly witnessing when these statues weep blood? Are we seeing miracles, portents of divine favor? Are we witnessing curses, omens of impending doom? Or are we seeing something far more terrifying, something that blurs the line between God and monster, between faith and fear? In the heart of London, amidst the bustling crowds and neon lights, there's a hidden gem, a place where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, De Morgan's Antiques. It's not just an antique shop, it's a portal to forgotten worlds. Right now, it's holding something that will change everything. Amidst the dusty relics and forgotten treasures, there's a statue, unassuming and aged. But this statue holds a secret, a chilling secret that threatens to shatter the very foundations of reality. It's not just a statue, it's a conduit, a gateway to a realm where nightmares are born and ancient evils stir. And soon, the unthinkable will happen. The statue will come alive, and when it does, it will bring with it horrors beyond our wildest imaginations. The secrets held within the depths of its being will be unleashed, threatening to engulf the world in chaos and despair. But amidst this looming darkness, there's a glimmer of hope, a beacon in the storm. You have the power to avert this disaster. With your support, we can ensure that this story never reaches its terrifying climax. Help us keep the darkness at bay, keep the nightmares confined to their realm. Because when it comes to the battle between light and darkness, we all have a role to play. Support us today, and together we'll ensure that the horrors lurking in the shadows never see the light of day. Your support empowers us to continue our mission, to explore the unknown and unravel the mysteries that lie at the heart of our existence. And as always, remember, the truth is out there. It's waiting to be discovered, but we need your help to unearth it. So join us, become part of our journey, and together, let's continue to unlock the secrets of the universe. Because in the grand tapestry of existence, we are all connected, and together we can make a difference. Now, smash that like button if you dare to face the darkness and comment, #cursed if you believe in the chilling tale. Don't forget to subscribe because some mysteries are best left buried, but we're here to unearth them anyway.